up-to-date line on Delta TV. I am Esther Oputa. You can also follow our news online on Facebook at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba and on YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website www.dbsasaba.com. The first batch of United States troops has arrived in Nigeria for a joint counter-terrorism support mission, marking the start of a phased deployment of about 200 intelligence analysts, advisors, and trainers. The first tranche of about 100 troops entered the country steadily over the weekend, with several additional aircraft carrying troops and equipment expected in the coming week. The deployment follows recommendations from a U.S.-Nigeria joint working group with U.S. personnel providing advisory support at various locations. Nigeria Defense spokesman Brigadier General Samalai Ubai said the U.S. personnel would focus on training and technical support and would not engage in direct combat, as Nigerian forces would retain full command and operational control across the missions. The U.S. Defense Headquarters, the Pentagon, said the mission was expected to last a few months, although successful operations could lead to further deployment. President Bola Tinubu has expressed confidence that Nigeria will overcome insurgency and banditry, assuring citizens that the fight against insecurity will be won. The president gave the assurance at the 2026 Agungun International Fishing Festival held in Agungun Town, Kebbi State, describing the event as a symbol of unity, resilience, and peaceful coexistence. President Tinubu said the relative peace being experienced in Kebbi and neighboring states was the result of sustained investments in security intelligence, improved coordination among security agencies, and active community engagement. He assured farmers, fishermen, and traders that they will continue to receive federal support to guarantee food security and safety across the country. The president also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to youth and women empowerment, irrigation development, rural electrification, and agricultural productivity. President Bola Tinubu is scheduled to visit Adamawa State tomorrow for a one-day official engagement to commission several projects executed by the administration of Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri. The State Commissioner for Information, Mr. James Iliya, disclosed this in Yola, describing the visit as a validation of the developmental strides recorded by the state government. According to Mr. Iliya, the president will inaugurate key infrastructure, including the newly constructed underpass at the former Bekaji roundabout, the expanded Bank Road in Yola, and a model school in Yola North local government area, representing 21 new model schools across the state. President Tinubu is also expected to perform a groundbreaking ceremony for a new NYSC permanent orientation camp in Makohe, commission an ultra-modern high court complex, unveil the automated gate at Government House, and inaugurate the newly constructed Governor's Office complex. The commissioner noted that the project cuts across education, infrastructure, justice, administration, governance, security, healthcare, and human capital development, urging residents to remain peaceful and law-abiding during the visit. Meanwhile, the Adamawa Police Command under Commissioner of Police Maurice Dakombo has deployed operational assets, including the Police Mobile Force, Counter-Terrorism Unit, and surveillance teams to ensure adequate security across the state. The federal government has warned Nigerians against illegal recruitment into foreign armed conflicts. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, in a statement expressed concern over reports that some citizens were being lured with promises of lucrative jobs, educational opportunities, and migration incentives, only to end up in combat zones. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Media and Security reports indicated that victims were allegedly recruited under false pretenses, coerced into signing military service contracts in foreign languages without proper legal guidance, and in some cases had their travel documents confiscated on arrival. He stressed that participation in foreign armed conflicts without official approval violates Nigerian and international laws and poses serious legal and security risk. Meanwhile, report linked to the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine suggests that some Nigerians were recruited under the guise of security jobs and later deployed to the front lines. The Russian ambassador to Nigeria, Andrei Podilshir, denied any government-backed recruitment program and said Russia was ready to investigate credible information. The federal government had directed Nigerian mission abroad to strengthen consular vigilance and urged citizens to verify overseas opportunities through official channels. The state government is boosting rural development and healthcare through the 2026 budget, with 7 billion naira allocated to each of the 25 local governments to address critical grassroots needs in their areas. Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Mr. Charles Aniagu, who disclosed this while speaking on a national television program, said 3 billion naira of that amount was earmarked for rural road expansion, while 4 billion naira would fund health, education, and other human capital priorities, describing the allocations as unprecedented in the Federation. Drawing attention to healthcare, Mr. Aniago said the enhanced funding complemented over 16 billion naira already committed to infrastructure and manpower development, citing recruitment and training of additional health workers to curb migration of medical personnel. He highlighted the establishment of a College of Health Technology in Ovrode, Isoko North local government area, and renovation of over 400 dispensaries alongside upgrades to general and cottage hospitals. The commissioner added that a new specialist hospital was under construction in Osubi Okbe local government area to complement tertiary facilities in Asaba, Ogara, and Wari with modern diagnostic equipment including MRI scanners procured to enhance service delivery. Meanwhile, the State Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Mr. Charles Aniagu, has dismissed reports of his alleged suspension from the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Akumazi Ward, Ikan Northeast local government area, describing the claim as baseless and orchestrated by political mischief makers. Speaking today on a national television program, Mr. Aniagu reaffirmed that he remained a loyal and committed member of the APC, stressing that no competent organ of the party in Delta State had initiated or concluded any disciplinary action against him. He urged party faithful and the public to disregard a purported suspension letter, noting that due process as provided in the party's constitution was not followed. The commissioner linked the controversy to ongoing World Congress activities and internal arrangements ahead of party primaries, alleging that some caretaker committee members who failed to secure a consensus had resorted to unconstitutional measures. He said he had, however, declined sanctioning those involved, stressing that unity and internal harmony of the party remain paramount. Christians have been enjoined to praise God in all circumstances and remain thankful for the gift of life. A guest preacher, Bishop Chuka Agwebo, gave the exhortation in his message at the service of the Church of the Covenants of Mercy Church, Asaba. Gloria Otodo reports.
Speaking on the topic, counting your blessings, Bishop Agwebo referenced Psalm 139 verse 17 to 18, highlighting that God's thoughts towards his people were precious and beyond measure. Bishop Agwebo reminded worshippers that the Lord was always with them and that recognizing this truth was itself a blessing, adding that God had already provided, healed, and protected his people through unseen dangers and past challenges. And remembering this act strengthening confidence for present and future challenges. He said, thanking God during difficulties was a righteous sacrifice, noting that gratitude amid trials reflected trust in God and spiritual maturity.
Let me tell you, there's nothing special that you did for God that others are not doing that is keeping you in the land of the living. Mind what you say about yourself, particularly, and about others. He didn't say you have bad things when you say, you still say you have good things when you say good things. No, if you say good things, you will have it. If you say bad things, you will have it. Say, I hear.
The cleric encouraged the people to cling to God, as he was a sure rewarder of those who trusted in him. The service featured special choral renditions and thanksgiving by individuals and families in the church, led by the presiding pastor, Pastor Shehu Oluwajobi. Gloria Otolo reporting.
Director General of the State Bureau for Orientation and Communications, Dr. Fred Ogenesiwe, has congratulated the Ovi of Agbon Kingdom, Ukori the First, on his 13th coronation anniversary, describing the monarch as a royal father of rare grace, whose reign had ushered in a golden era for the kingdom. Dr. Ogenesiwe, in a statement, said the Agbon monarch, 13-year on the throne, had represented a period marked by peace, stability, unity, and measurable progress, adding that he combined the calm authority of a seasoned patriarch with the foresight of a statesman, guiding the kingdom through changing seasons with wisdom. The bureau chief prayed for the continued peaceful reign, sound health, divine protection, and enduring wisdom for the royal father, as he celebrated a legacy that would resonate for generations. And now to our food and nutrition segment. Naturally refreshing and deeply rooted in Nigeria's culture heritage, palm wine remains one of the country's most widely consumed traditional beverages. On food and nutrition this week, we'll look at the nutritional value of the health and the health implications of this interesting drink. Favor Kafo tells the story.
Palm wine is a naturally fermented drink obtained from the sap of palm trees such as oil palm and raffia palm. Freshly tapped palm wine is sweet and milky in taste. However, as fermentation continues, it gradually develops alcohol content. Palm wine contains B-complex vitamins including thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin, which help support energy production, brain function, and the nervous system. It also contains minerals such as potassium and magnesium that help regulate blood pressure, support muscle function, and promote heart health. Fresh palm wine contains beneficial microorganisms that may aid digestion when consumed moderately.
It helps to relax, to make me to feel more relaxed, especially after a hard day job, and because it is natural, and also it also helps to clear our eyesight. So that is what really attracted me to take palm wine.
For me, it's just natural alcohol. So instead of all those mixing and all of those that happens to all those bottled drinks, I just, I love palm wine because of the taste. Yes, so once in a while I just take it. Yeah, it's lovely. It goes down with a lot of African dishes.
And also, we also have the benefit of palm wine also for the nursing mother. It helps them during lactation when they give birth to produce more milk. And also it also helps for the eyesight to make it clearer and everything. And also people also take it because it's natural.
Health experts caution that palm wine ferments rapidly, increasing its alcohol content over time. Excessive consumption may affect liver health and impair judgment, making moderation important.
But there's also this fear now because we have fake palm wine, as well, because where some people get the flavor, they just mix it up, and those ones can damage the organs in somebody's body.
Beyond nutrition, palm wine plays a vital role in traditional ceremonies and social gatherings, symbolizing hospitality and unity in many Nigerian communities. Favor Okafo reporting.
Now to some business news. The Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, says 18 ships are currently discharging petroleum products and assorted cargoes at major ports in Lagos, including Apapa, Lekki, and Tinkan Island. In a cargo status update, the authority disclosed that the vessels are offloading commodities such as bulk fertilizers, general cargo, bulk sugar, petrol, bulk urea, condensate, gypsum, and containerized goods. The MPA further announced that 46 additional vessels carrying petroleum products, food items, and other imports are expected to arrive at the Lagos port between now and February 22. It added that 7 ships had already arrived and are awaiting berthing approval, with cargoes including crude oil, diesel, aviation fuel, and petrol. Still from the world of business and the economy, the Naira maintained relative stability against the US dollar on Friday, closing the week on a steady note. In the Nigerian foreign exchange market, the currency opened at 1,356 Naira 33 kobo to the dollar, appreciating slightly to a mid-morning average of 1,355 Naira 58 kobo, reflecting minor intraday gains. Market analysts attributed the performance to the sustained policy measures of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, including renewed engagement with Bureau de Change operators to improve retail dollar supply. Still in business, African e-commerce firm Jumia Technologies will wind down operations in Algeria by the first quarter of the year, deepening its shift towards profitability as competition from Chinese e-commerce giants Temu and Shein intensifies across the continent. The company said the move is expected to enhance operational efficiency and improve resource allocation as it concentrates on markets with clearer paths to profitability. Nigeria Jumia's market delivered 59,75079 30 gross merchandise value growth in the fourth quarter, with orders rising by 33, underscoring the company's reach in areas where global competitors remain less established. In sports, World Football Governing Body FIFA is set to rule on tomorrow Nigeria's petition against the Democratic Republic of Congo over the alleged use of 6 ineligible players during the 2026 World Cup Africa playoffs. The Super Eagles lost the tie on penalties in Morocco, but the Nigerian Football Federation NFF filed a protest on December 15 last year, seeking a review of the results. The NFF argues that the Congolese Football Association misrepresented the nationality status of certain players, citing domestic laws on dual citizenship and FIFA one-time nationality SWIFT regulation. A favorable decision could see Nigeria reinstated into the Intercontinental Playoffs in Mexico later this month, where they would face the winner of Jamaica versus New Caledonia for a place at the 2026 World Cup. However, both Nigeria and the DR Congo are reportedly ready to approach the Court of Arbitration for Sports if dissatisfied with the verdict, in what observers say could become a landmark eligibility case in global football. Now to our thought for the day. Your degree is just a piece of paper. Your real education is seen in your behavior. True, and that's it on Dateline on Delta TV. Many thanks for your time. I am Esther Oputa. Good night and have a lovely night rest.